Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's ShadowShock here with another graphics design tutorial for you. In today's episode, I'm going to show you how to make a scanline pattern, which is what you see right here inside of this text layer. And then I'm going to show you how to make a starbrush pattern, which is what you see right here on the glowing area of Iron Man's chest. So let's go ahead and get started with our scanline pattern. What you're going to do is make a new document. You're going to make it 5 by 5. And then you're going to hold Control and hold the plus button until it comes up to 3200%. That's as high as you can zoom in. Now choose your pencil tool, choose a 1 pixel black brush, and just fill in these boxes diagonally, one at a time. So you click there, right there, and you just do that to make a diagonal section of blocks. Then you go up to Edit, Define Pattern, name it whatever you want, click OK to save it, and then when you want to use this, what you do is you make a new layer, then you hit Shift F5 to bring up your Fill menu, go to Pattern, choose your scan line from the drop down, and hit OK. And then I only want it on the text, so with my scanline layer selected, I'm going to hold Control and click right on the T of the text, and then in the box of my 3D section, then I hit Control Shift I to choose the inverse and delete. So the only part of the scanline that's left is in the text, and then I can change the opacity to something a little bit less harsh. And that is an example of how you can use the scanlines now that you know how to make them. Next, let's move on to the starbrush. What you're going to do is make a new document, 500 by 500, fill it with black, so Shift F5, foreground color, make sure black is your foreground. Now what you're going to do is choose your rectangular marquee tool. Now in this little drop down here, you want to choose fixed size, make it 5 wide and about 475 high. And then you're just going to click inside the document. Now hit Control Shift N to make a new layer. Choose your white as your foreground color and click the gradient tool, and then choose this second one right here, which is foreground to transparent. And then you're going to want to click right in the middle here where this hand pops up. And if it's not already at 50, click this black box and change the location to 50. Then click over here on this right dot, change the location to 40, click the black box, and then click the left dot and change the location to 40. Now you click this far black box and change the opacity to 0. Then you hold Shift and draw right through the center of your selected area. And then when you deselect it, you can see you've got this fading line. So now you want to center that. So hit Control A, choose your Move tool, and click that button and that button. This one will center vertically and that one will center horizontally. Now you're going to duplicate that, so hit Control J and then rotate it. Hold Shift as you rotate, by the way. And now you're going to select both of those and merge them with Control E. And then you're going to duplicate it, transform it, hold Shift as you size it down just a little bit like that, then center it again, and now you're going to rotate it, hold Shift as you rotate it, so it rotates 3 times and looks like that. Now make a new layer, choose your brush, and you're going to want to go with a soft brush, about 150 pixels, and make sure the hardness is 0, the opacity is 100, and the flow is 100. And then you'll click 2 times inside the center of your brush. So 1, 2. Now you're going to highlight all of these layers, click the top one, hold Shift and click the bottom one, then hit Control E to merge them. Now hit Control I to invert the colors. Go to Edit, Define Brush Preset, name it, and save it. And then when you want to use it, what you would do is make a new layer, choose your brush, come down and find your star brush there, choose an appropriate size, and let's say I wanted to add some glow, trying to find a significant spot, maybe right on his eye there. Choose a good size and just apply your brush just like that. And I'll just apply another one over here just so you can see what it looks like. And as you do this, you can play around with the opacity. Like I've already got this layer set to about 50% opacity. At 100, you can see they would be way too bright. You can also change the layer style to get it to blend a little bit better, but I don't like the way it looks, so I would leave it on normal and just lower the opacity a little bit. So that's how you can use the star brush to add some effects to your designs, and this is how you can use the scanline pattern to add some effect to your text. You can see I've done that on the text of my Iron Man here. I've put some scan lines on it to give it a little bit of texture. You can add that into other designs as well. So now that you know how to do it, feel free to experiment. And I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you find these techniques useful, be sure to let me know in the comment section. Also, let me know if there's any topics that you'd like to see covered in the future. And be sure to leave me a like, subscribe, and enjoy the new techniques that you've learned. All right, have a nice day, guys.